$1,000 a day keeps a lot of life's problems away, and in today's video, I'm going to break down how I did that today and how I make it nearly every single day as a day trader. Real money, not prop, not sim. We're talking daily payouts. What's going on, my friends? It's your boy Jade on Trades with Team Bull Trading, and I hope you all had a discipline-filled trading day. I'm super stoked for you guys to watch this video. If you're new here, I'm super glad it came on your timeline because on these daily recaps, you learn something every single day. You walk away with knowledge every single day. So without further ado, let's get right to the video. This is one of those videos you can't afford to miss. Not only am I going to break down exactly how I made $1,000 trading real money, not prop, not sim, but I brought on Brandon Trades, fellow Team Bull millionaire day trader, to break down how he caught the exact bottom today, live in real time, trading SPY or QQQ if you're a NASDAQ trader. This video is valuable. It includes both of our strategies, and it's one that could just change your life. So that being said, let's talk about my trading day first. My trading day started with the right idea, but the wrong execution. My thought process was, after we waited the first 15 minutes, which I do nearly every single day, I always want to mark the first 15-minute high and the first 15-minute low. The big opening range breakout trader along with a VPA trader. Now, when we get this aggressive push up here and this reversal candle here, I look for a move back down. Now, it's important in this particular trade. This is the trade that I did not make money on, ended up about break even. It's important in this trade that we look at the 1 minute chart as well, because it breaks down exactly what I was seeing and why I didn't make money on this trade. At 8 a.m. Colorado time, 10 a.m. Eastern time, we had news coming out. So as I entered this trade down in this area, right, we got an initial move down, solid scalp area there, did not take it off. And then as we move back up into our entry area, I knew we had data coming up. I didn't want to see a spike up in price to these previous highs. So I stopped the trade slightly red, ended up taking another scalp to go back to break even. I think like up 117 bucks or something like that, and ended what would have been a massive trade around break even. Not my greatest execution, but that's something that I, as a trader of 9 years, I should be aware of, is that we have data. If you're going to put positions on a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes before data, you have to be aware of that and plan for it. So I had the right idea. We broke the 15-minute opening high right to the downside. I wanted to retest that previous high, support, turn resistance, and move on down. We did just that. I just didn't execute well. Now, where my banger comes in, and I got to say, Brandon had a much better entry than me on this. He caught the legit bottoms. You do not want to miss that. I personally saw in the 5 minute, we come down. I had no interest in here. He saw what he saw and he liked it. Obviously, he had the right idea. I didn't have any interest. Where I get interest is we have this aggressive push up. We have higher volume on the 5 minute. We have a solid wick. So that tells me there's a good chance that buyers are starting to get aggressive. You can see our buying candles are going up here. Our buying volume is increasing. That's what I like to see. Again, as a VPA trader, volume tells me the story. I had multiple confirmations between my 15-minute orb strategy, knowing how to read price and candlesticks to tell where price is going, and then my final kicker being volume telling me if buyers are aggressive, if they're weak, or if sellers are aggressive, or if they're weak. So that's what I personally saw. Entered the trade in here, caught a nice scalp up. Obviously, massively paper-handed this as we had a huge move. But again, I was excited with $1,000 for the day. I do this nearly every single day with real money. Basically the same thing as your favorite prop traders getting daily payouts. Very few do it, but I do it with real money. So that being said, we're going to pass this torch to Brando so he can go over his strategy, how he caught the bottom and made all of Team Bull and himself a bag.
Let's do it. All right. So going into the trading day, I was looking for a bounce down at this 30-minute demand. We had it both on ES and NQ, so I'll show it to you guys on both. But as we can see yesterday, we have this small red candle before a very strong and aggressive move up, which is going to leave unfilled buy orders down at this area. So what I do is I mark the lower wick to the upper wick and I project it to the right. And typically when I am watching for bounces within demand, I'm watching the opening of that red candle's body and then the upper wick of that red candle. So this gives us two exact bounce spots at 5807 all the way, or sorry, 5607 all the way down to 5602. But then if we head on over to NQ as well, we can see that same 30-minute demand zone. Small red candle, very large aggressive move up. I want to mark the lower wick to the upper wick and project it all the way to the right. And again, ideally, I'm looking for a bounce at the beginning of the body and then the upper wick. So as we started trading down into the ES demand zone and the NQ demand zone, if we pull up my order flow looking at Bookmap, we head on over to ES, we can see that as we traded down into demand, we started to get a lot of buy orders sitting down in this area. So this is something that I really like to use to confirm my levels, because if this is truly a bounce area in the market, we should see large amounts of buy orders sitting down here. So as ES traded down into the beginning of that demand zone, again at that 5607, that's when we got into this trade. So like somewhere right around here is where we started to get in. But as we dipped a little lower, again, into the opening of that red candle, and NQ ended up hitting the very beginning, right there, that's when I added more to my position on this trade. I ended up taking the SPY calls, and my stop loss was going to be literally right below this low right here. So realistically, we weren't risking that much based off of our average. Our average was probably like, I'd say right around here. And this was our risk, right? Now, obviously, it went a lot higher. I didn't catch that entire move up, but I caught it up into here, which is still about like a 3R trade, give or take. So, beautiful trade. Unfortunately, missed out on the rest, but it was pretty straightforward. Traded down into the demand. We had the order flow. A plus setup in my book.
Beautiful, man. And like they say in Pokemon, not going to catch them all, right?
Yeah, unfortunately.
That was a beautiful, beautiful trade inside Team Bull.
Yeah.
Now, that being said, Brandon, GD, the rest of the Team Bull guys, and myself have some big things coming, some big things on the way. So make sure you guys tap in, hit that subscribe button, subscribe to Brandon's YouTube, keep your eyes peeled, because there may or may not be a chance for you guys to learn from us in person coming to you soon.
Yes,
Well,
sir.
until next time, see you guys.
Peace.